My name is Kevin Dudley, and I am an Improvement and Transformation Officer at UHS. I am a veteran. I did 24 years in the Royal Navy. Started off as an engineer and then transferring over into nursing in 2000. Yeah, I joined up in 1985 when I was 17 as a weapon engineering mechanic and progressed up to petty officer. Served in Gulf War One and a few other operations, and then in 2000 started my nurse training, and then almost entirely since I qualified when I was a military nurse, I worked exclusively with the army, mainly in Afghanistan and Iraq. So I was 17 and I travelled down by myself to the HMS Raleigh down in Plymouth. And I think my first thoughts were, I want my mum, as you do. But it didn't take long to, get into it, get into the routine. It was a bit weird having your 18th birthday down in Raleigh, because you were allowed to pick two friends and go down to Naffy and have half a pint of beer and then come back straight away. Yeah, I mean, that'd be my first, like, any initial doubts, have I done the right thing and will I be able to manage? But you would get so busy, they soon dispelled. Well, I used to work and I was actually recruited into the emergency department. And I worked there until January this year. So what's that, 16 years? And to be honest, there was no great traumas because it's very, very similar to being in the military. You're all wore scrubs. In the military, you move around a lot. So it's just a case of meeting new people, working out the lay of the land. I made a good friend on my first day and we are still friends. And the department at that time was still quite a nice place to work. My whole family are very strong history of the armed forces. I mean, we got an unbroken line of Royal Marines until my brother broke it by joining the Navy, going practically back to when they were first formed. My uncle was out in Burma in World War II, and it just seemed one of those natural things to do. I don't think I ever seriously contemplated doing anything else. I learnt you can probably take and handle a lot more than people maybe outside the armed forces due to the training, and learn how to get on with people and how to prioritize. I enjoyed the teamwork and I enjoyed everybody working towards one end, and I enjoyed obviously the travel. I've been over most of the world in my time, and I absolutely loved my time in Iraq and Afghan. When I was a practicing nurse, there was no real difference, because you still looked after the patients, you still did much the same sort of things. The treatments were the same. The role I'm doing now, which, as I say, is a improvement and transformation officer, where you project manage different projects, to improve patient flow, all different systems in the trust. That's actually very, very similar, because you're still managing and leading, but a lot more disparate people and a lot more different circumstances. So, and that the armed forces prepares you for anyway. So it is actually quite similar. The current role I'm in at the moment, they literally throw courses at you, and you can't go wrong on career development or anything. that, and you also have, like, your annual appraisals and your one-to-ones to see how you're getting on and where you're going. Well, there is a very dynamic armed forces network which seems to be growing daily. And that's nice just to communicate, because, like, we still speak like the same language, and we've already started planning like the Remembrance Sunday. But tomorrow we are having a tea and cakes meet and greet. We're trialing out the new welfare centre for 2 hours tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock, which we're expecting a lot of take up for. So there is, there is a lot of support and growing support. It's like a well, it is, and the name's on the can, like it's like a network. Currently, we are like a bronze level of network. By the end of the year, we'll hopefully go for silver, which will mean it's more support for the reserves, extra leave for active reservists, and then, like, hopefully next year we go for the gold. But obviously it's changed a lot. I mean, it changed a lot since between now, because I've been out a long time. But I would say any of the armed forces, if you have the opportunity, just go for it. It is a good life, but it is one of those lives where you get out of it what you put into it.